Greetings. Welcome to another last day events as they are being fulfilled very, very rapidly. As has been expected, Donald Trump won the presidency. Well, we say won the presidency. I mentioned a few months ago as I was talking about the election and Donald Trump and especially the so-called assassination attempt on him. I said that I am not a prophet, I'm not God, but if I were to guess, based on the events that have been taking place, based on the false revival by the so-called Protestantism, based on Project 2025, based on the signs of the times that Donald Trump would be the next president of the United States of America. And sure enough, while the votes are still being counted, but they have already been confirmed that he has won the presidency. My question is, what must we expect? Well, there's Project 2025. Now, to help you and I, Seventh-day Adventist Sabbath keepers, emphasis, Sabbath keepers, commandment-keeping people of God, to help us to understand what's coming based on their agenda, Project 2025, and don't tell me that Trump is against Project 2025. No, he's not. Remember, his vice president running mate, who is now vice president elect, J.D. Vance, is a member of the movement Project 2025. Will we see a Sunday law? I believe, brothers and sisters, as Jesus said, the signs of the times are ripe, and this generation will see these things. Well, listen to what they are planning to enforce upon the entire world. Keep in mind, Revelation 13:12 tells us that United States of America shall cause the earth and them that dwell therein to worship the first beast whose deadly wound was healed. Listen carefully.
We could keep going on that, but the big thing that you're right, like we kind of got to talk about.
I really want to talk about it.
Christian states, like government. You're right.
Yeah. So you're talking about like every government in the world, and tell me if I'm wrong, because this is how I'm understanding it. Every government in the world should enforce laws that everyone has to rest on the Sabbath, and everyone has to cast out idols, cannot practice idolatry in any fashion, and they have to put God first.
So right? No, that's extreme. I'm not saying that every nation should do that. I'm saying every nation will do that.
Did you hear the sarcasm? Listen, it's not a joke. Let's continue.
Because I'm not only a theonomist, Mike, I also happen to be post-millennial. So I was being facetious. I know, I don't think that's extreme. I think you're absolutely right. What you just said is my view. And not only do I think it should be done by every nation, I think it will be. I truly believe that. I think the nations are Christ's inheritance.
So you do think it should be done?
Yes, I do. Should and will. Not just should, but will.
Okay.
So I was being facetious there, but so I don't just think should be. I think it will be. I think the nations are Christ's inheritance, and they are going to be Christianized.
Nations are Christ's inheritance, and they are going to be Christianized. Now keep in mind, it's the same guy who told us that we must enforce the entire 10 Commandments on everybody. Let's continue.
And that we are going to have a Christian world. And when I say Christianized, now I'm not saying that each and every individual is going to be a regenerate, born-again Christian. But I do think that the nations, that societies as a whole, in every single nation, will be Christianized. And
so you don't have to become a born-again Christian, but we will enforce Christian laws upon you. That's Revelation chapter 13, brothers and sisters. If you don't go along with it, you will not be able to buy or sell. In Revelation chapter 13, verse 15 says, you will be even killed.
And I think we see the principle and the theology backing it in 1 Corinthians chapter 15. Mm-hmm. And I'll stop because I know you've got probably lots of questions. But yes, to answer your question, yes, right. I think should. And I'd go a step further. I see your should, and I raise you a should and will happen.
So we should, as Christians, we should then all of us be working together to ensure that minimally the 10 commandments are enforced through governmental laws across the country.
Hey, what? The 10 commandments are enforced through governmental law throughout the country, not just the country, but the world. Now keep in mind, the first 4 of the 10 commandments have to do with worship, worshiping God. So they want to legislate morality and legislate worship.
So no sports on Sundays or Saturdays. I'm assuming that you would think the Sabbath.
So there you have it. The Sabbath will be on Sunday, and that's when we must worship.
Is actually Saturday?
No. So okay.
Minimally, the 10 commandments are enforced through governmental laws across the country. So no sports on Sundays or Saturdays. I'm assuming that you would think the Sabbath is actually Saturday?
No. So okay. Both Westminster and 1689. No, you're right.
That's a side issue, but
but yeah. So both Westminster and 1689, the Reformed view is they're all Sabbatarian, but they would say that the Sabbath has been not removed but renewed by Christ, who is Lord of the Sabbath by virtue of his resurrection from the last day of the week to the first. Is what the 1689 and Westminster Confession say. And
sure.
Of course,
not what God says, but what the Westminster says.
You can push
and
back.
I won't
even.
But
I
won't even push back.
Yeah, of course you can push back on it. I'm just articulating my position. That's what I would stay with the Sabbath. But yes, the Sabbath. I think nations should observe Sabbath keeping laws.
Nations should observe Sabbath keeping laws, just like it was prophesied that the United States will lead the whole world to wander after the beast. So what must we expect with this Trump presidency, with Project 2025, with J.D. Vance as his running mate? As Jesus says in the book of Matthew chapter 24, verse 32, now learn a parable of the fig tree. When his branch is yet tender and putteth forth leaves, ye know that summer is nigh. So likewise, ye, when ye shall see all these things, know that it is near, even at the doors. It is even at the doors. And this generation, as it went on to say, verily, I say unto you, this generation shall not pass away till all these things be fulfilled. Heaven and earth shall pass away, but my words shall not pass away. What we need to do right now is get ready. And get ready to receive the latter rain. Get ready for the final shaking of the church. Get ready to be cleansed, completely cleansed from sin, because once probation closes, that's it. And at that moment, for us as a church, he that is unclean will remain unclean still. He that is holy will remain holy. On which side will you be? Get also ready to be empowered to give the loud cry to the world. These are indeed the last days. And again, brothers and sisters, God does not lie, as he had shown us that this is where we are, that Trump will be the winner. And because the time is right for Sunday law, we are here. May the Lord give us the strength. May the Lord help us to be faithful till the end. God bless you.